Good day to you, Celaje, and also good day to my fellow classmates out there. And for today's video, I'm gonna talk about what instructional materials I would use in order for my students to have a better learning experience. So, let's get right into it. So, PowerPoint presentation app is the most convenient app to use, so I will use it. So, how convenient is it? It has all the tools I would need in order for me to make a visual instructional material. So, all I need to worry about now is the audio. And what is the audio? In my opinion, the audio depends on the teacher or the speaker on how they will teach it to the students, how they will teach the lesson to the students, or how they will explain it to them. So, the next one is the motivation. So you need to give your students a motivation in order for them to put in more effort. So you need three things: the games, a positive competition, and the third is the carrot and stick approach. So what are these three things? I will explain it to you at the end of this video. So keep on watching. Hello, Ma'am Celaje, and we are now here with the PPT that I made. Yes. So I'm gonna show you how do I present the PPT to my students or to my future students. So please stay until the end of the video so I can explain why I said you need to have the three aspects of basically the games, the competition, positive one, and the carrot and stick approach. So you need to three of these, in my opinion, in order for you to entertain your students or give them the motivation to learn from you. So I will start. History of English, research by me or teach by me. So the English language went through three phases, and with these three phases, the English language evolves. So the first phase is the Anglo-Saxon phase. Anglo-Saxon phase, the first phase of English. So it happens when the Germanic people, the Anglo-Saxon tribes, migrated from the northern Germany to the Roman provinces of Britannia in the middle of the 5th century. So after they migrated, they were followed by the other tribes to the landmass of Britannia. And after that, they even named the landmass they settled in as England. So, which became the England we know today. So, England to England, So, because of the many people, different tribes, different dialects, so they were mixed and matched. So, in order for them to communicate more, so they made this Proto-English language. So over time, this Proto-English language evolves into the Old English language, and thus, Old English became the norm. So Old English is more like the formal language that we know today. Because it is spoken by the higher ups, the nobility, the people with status, the people who want status or regimes of status. So basically, if you want to move up the ranks, you need to first step is learn the Old English language. So after this, the Christian missionaries came. So in order for them to spread the word of God in written form, they need to learn the Old English in order for them to read the Bible and spread it, in order for them to teach it. So yes, Old English became the medium for these missionaries, for them to spread the word of God. So the Vikings came. So after the Vikings came, they supplemented the English language. They gave the English language more flexibility. Basically, they add more words. So the English language became broad, or what you call this. The word became more. The many words have more synonymous words. Yeah, that's what I get. So, the if fun fact, the Vikings are the Scandinavian countries from so the Sweden and every other country is the in the Scandinavian countries. So next, the Middle English phase. So after the Anglo-Saxon, Middle English phase. So in the Middle Ages, so with the invasion of the William I, the Normans ruled England for the time period of 11 to the 12th century. So the Norman French became the widespread language. No, Old English was put aside, tossed aside. Old English was tossed aside. So in many generations, almost all the monarchs spoke the Norman French as their formal language. But this all changed when Henry IV was born in 1399. So after this, because of this language barrier, Norman French and the language separation, Norman French and the Old English language, there's a concentration in language. So it all culminates, no? So during the 100 Years' War, which the English won, the Norman French language was put aside. So Old English became the norm. So Old English rise. So because of this, the influence of the English language grew. The French became suppressed. So this important events welcomes the arrival of the next phase in the history of English. So the next phase, the modern English phase. So you get it right. The buildings it's modern, but that's not really the start of the modern English phase. So it's still more on medieval settings. But you get what I mean. Modern English and yes, the great vowel shift happened. Many vowels emerge, like bit, bite, long vowels emerge. So many talented scholars also arise. So which is the reason for the rise of English, like William Shakespeare and the one who invented Grimm's Law, Rasmus Rask, and yeah. So in conclusion, ito na yung ano natin. So in my opinion, after every lesson, you need to have this. You need to have a comprehensive conclusion. So, mid-5th century, German ally immigrated to Britannia. After migration, proto-English marks into English, so on and so forth. So, you need to summarize it. You need, in order for your students to understand more about the language. Yan. So, yan. Know what I mean? Yan. I also summarized it. Yan. So, as I said before, you need the three things: the games, the competition, a positive one. Remember, a positive one. And the third is the carrot and stick approach. So, from the first aspect, the games. So, you need to have the games in order for your lessons to be entertaining, fun, and interesting. So, what games do you want to use? You can use the interactive game site like the one Mom Celaje used, like the Kahoot's one. Yeah, and or you can if you can put a game in the PPT like I made. For example, this one, guess the word. Then that's also good. For example, this one, the Great Wall of China. Guess the word from this three pictures. So Great Wall of China, bowel, and sifting. So the Great Bowel Shift. So the three words. So it is interesting and fun. So the second one is competition. So a fun competition, it gives a stimulation to the brain. So if you're competing with someone, then you're gonna have to think more, work more. Your brain will be all jittery and all that. So So you need to have, positive competition is also good. So into stimulating the brain and also making it more interesting and fun. So the next one is the carrot and stick approach. So you need to learn that you have to reward the one with more the one with the one that is putting their best effort, and you need to learn how to punish the one with putting their least effort. But the punishment should not be too heavy, because if it's too heavy, then you're gonna be hated by this by the students, or and they're gonna be and they will ingrate it in their mind. So you need to learn how to be subtle with the punishment. For example, the one with the most score, you can give them +5 in the long quiz, and the one with the least score, you can minus them or not give them any plus at all, like that one. So with these three things, you can ensure that the students are interacting with you and having fun. So games, the competition, and the characteristic approach. So that's all. Thank you.